Okay, welcome back everyone. We're on page 8 of the Sound of Spring album, and it's like a happy and sad page. It's like you're happy that you're near the end and you get to see your beautiful work, and it's kind of sad because it's over, and it's always fun. But you can come back and watch more videos of mine. I will be posting for all my subscribers a bonus book that is a twist on this book. So it's just another way of doing this book, and that'll be extra. So let's get started here. We've got our page 8 up here, and we'll also be doing the pockets for the front and back cover, inside covers. So flap A is 12 by 7 7/8. B and C are the same. So that's 7 7/8 by 4 1/2. D is 6 1/4 by 4. And E is a little flap holder. It's going to hold one of the flaps in place. It's 5 1/2 by 2 3/4. Okay, and might as well cut the pockets for the inside and outside, the front and back. It's 9 by 5, and that's going to be a pocket, so I labeled it P. We need 2 of those. All right, and let's get our scoreboard and start scoring everything. Now A is, there's a half page in here, so if we score these, there's going to be 2 score lines. You'll have 2 extra flaps. So it's a pretty cool look. I like it. So you will see now. So we're going to score at 6 inches and 7 inches. So there'll be an inch in between. We're going to have the 12-inch side across the top. So I'm going to go up to 6. And then 7. So there we go. We have like an inch right here. Okay, B and C are going to be with the 4 1/2 inch side facing the top. Score 1/2 inch. Okay, D is a little pocket, so we're going to score 3 sides, and we'll start with the 6 1/4 inch side at the top. And E gets scored in the middle. So, see, that will be at 2 3/4. Okay, there's our little booklet. Okay, let's do our pockets. Almost forgot. So the pockets for the inside and outside are deep pockets. I want the opening. Let's start with that at the top. The 9-inch side. So we'll score, basically we'll have 2 score lines on the short sides and 1 across the long side. my tape. I guess I'll start with these two pockets. Okay, so flap, let's see. Okay. D is also a pocket. It's a small pocket, but that we changed things up a little bit. Okay, we've got C and B. Okay, so now for A, what we're going to do here is just on the mountain side, you've got this 1-inch strip right here. So we'll put 2 pieces of our score tape within those 2 lines. Let me see, I got a glare here. I want to make sure I don't go over that fold line. There, just like that. And now we'll press it all down, and I'll fold this on each of these score lines. Okay. And we will cut these pockets. We've got 3 of them. Gotta cut our corners. Okay, so B and C, I'm gonna set aside. Okay. All right, so I'm going right up here, turning out. Okay, now we can fold that. Okay, so these 2 9-inch pockets we'll set aside, and we'll put that in the book after we do page 8. So I'm going to set that aside over there. And here we have page 8. I've got my 8 up here. And so the first thing, the first thing we can do is, let's put on the left and right flaps, the B and the C. Okay, so here it is. Doesn't matter where you start. One goes on the left and one goes on the right. And you can decide if you want to corner around these edges. I am going to put a small corner. There we go. I'll do that to B also. I love this corner rounder. Got 3 angles in one, and it's just real easy. Okay, so here's the other flap. This I gotta move down just a little bitty bit. I'm being picky, I know. There. Scooch that down a little bit. Okay, so let me orient myself again here. 8 is up here, left, right. Okay. Just want to make sure that these two don't hit each other. So real quick, let me make sure. Yeah, they're kind of hitting each other there. So I want to just cut a little bit off of one of these. So it doesn't matter which one, but I'm gonna take the one on the left. If you don't mind it touching, they're exactly touching, you can leave it that way. But I like a little bit of space, so I'm just gonna cut like just a sliver off of here. I'm gonna line this up. Yeah. So that's a choice. You might like how it comes. You definitely don't want them overlapping. I like a little space there. So I will make a note of that on my cut list. Or you could leave it where they're exactly touching, but sometimes it looks nice to have a little bit of space and see the paper underneath. So I'm going to leave that like that. Let's take our A piece, and what we're going to do with that is put it in here and leave like an inch. So right here, that way you'll see a strip of paper here and here. And it just looks really nice. So the only thing before you put it down, make sure you're not touching, going over this line, which you won't. You have plenty of room. So it's up to you. You can go, if you want, right up close to it and leave a bigger space, or just put it somewhat in the middle here, which is what I'm going to do. I leave... It's going to be about an inch and a quarter on this side. Okay, it's whatever looks good to you. So I'm going to take off this backing. And this is a cool technique because it's like a little half page within and it just looks good. So I'm gonna put this, I'm lining it up straight, top and bottom. So these edges don't overhang and you know it's straight. And just go in about an inch or so right here. So there we go. So basically, see this, you get an extra page out of it. This pocket goes right in here. And I actually can make this pocket a little bigger. It depends on how much room you left here. So I guess the best thing to do would have been to put the pocket in first. Let me just do a quick measurement over here. 3/4. Yes, I can make this pocket a little bigger. That's what I'm going to do. And I'll write that down on your cut list. Let me measure this real quick. This is 5 3/4. So I want to take a piece of paper, we'll do this together, that's about 6 3/4, maybe a smidge less. So 6 3/4, maybe a little less, to make one line less. Okay, and then the height of the pocket would be 4 inches, so it would be like a 3.5 inch pocket. So that's that. Let's make this 4. So it's going to be 3 3/4 by 4, and that'll fit in there nice. So let me just score this. I'm going to write that down real quick. 6 3/4 by 4. So yeah. We'll have a little extra piece that we wound up wasting a little pocket, but it's not a big piece of paper, so that's okay. All right, let me just make sure this fits in here before I go gluing. It's a little long. Okay, let me make sure I put this in here, and it looks like it fits. So basically what you want to do, hopefully you haven't put anything in there yet, but you want to put your pocket in first and then put in this page. Trial and error. So let me grab my tape. This score line looks a little crooked. Let me just do that again. Okay, I'm gonna cut the corner. All right, so let's dry fit this before I take off tape. and it fits right in there. So that looks nice. And I will change the measurement on my cut list. Needed to be a little longer than 6 1/4. It needed to be more like 6 3/4. So I will fix that. And let's see if this pocket goes in here nice. Yes, it does. Okay. So let's get our magnets down. There was a lot going on there. But don't forget, you're going to have this booklet that we made, the E flap, and that's going to be holding down some things. So this is going to wind up going on top of this flap. So what you do here, this big flap will go inside of this flap. And this will be sitting on top of our right-hand flap, which is either B or C. They were the same. Okay, so that will go there, just like this. So first, let's put, decide if you want to corner round this, and then we're going to put a magnet in here to close it. So let me look at it. I do like the way it looks corner rounded, so I'm just going to put the small rounded end. Okay, and I'll put a magnet top and bottom here. I like these little booklet magnetized closures. They're cute. And this one I wound up getting, the paper that's going to go on top of here is also from the cover of The Sound of Spring. So it fits nice in here. We can't really put this on until we have our design paper here, but I will hold it for a second. So what we're going to do is on this flap, I'm going to put 2 magnets here, and it'll land on this flap. Okay, so there's going to be 2 right here. And it's got plenty of room to land over there on that A flap. let me take a look. That would be like that. This booklet is going to hold that flap, but this needs to stay down. So let me see what we've got here. All right, so what we'll do is go like that. This flap needs to have 2 magnets here, and let's see where they land. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so this flap, I'm going to put 2 magnets and it'll land on top of here. Let me just make sure. This is going to go in here. Hold on, let me think this through. This goes in here, which means that this is going to be glued down, so that'll hold this. So this doesn't really need any magnets, but this bottom underneath here should have a magnet. So let's put 2 here and it'll land on top of this page. You just gotta think it over. And you can always move these around. Goes. That would go there. Okay. This will be on top of this flap, opening towards the inside of the book. This top flap goes in here, and that holds that. And this will be glued down there. So that all stays put, no corners are flipping up on me, and it looks good. So we are ready for the decorating. But before we do that, let's go ahead and put our inside pockets on the inside of the book. So I'm going to clear my space here. Okay, now we have those 9x5 pockets. And let's get that ready to be put down. So I'm going to take off just the bottom. I'm going to bring out the album. Okay, so here's our inside covers, and in the first video we put a piece here covering the inside, and so we're just going to put this pocket like right, not all the way to the edge, because this part you don't want to have anything, but we'll go to the edge of this, our paper that's covering here. So I'm going to go, so it looks like about 1/2 inch from the end here and 1/2 inch from the bottom, And just put that down. Okay, and now this, your tape backing is still on, so you have room to decorate. Put something in here, a piece of paper up to, you know, about an inch. Okay, so that'll be that. And we'll go to the front. Do the same thing. Just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. It's about a 1/2 inch. Okay, there's that. That back over here. And let me show you how I decorated page 8. And the covers, I mean the inside flaps. Okay, so I love this paper with the red flowers. I think it's my favorite. So I have it here. So on this A flap, I have the red paper with the flowers, but it had some words over here that kind of got cut off, and so it didn't look right. So on the cover, there was these flowers. Let me see where I found them. Found them right here on this circle, and Fussy cut them out, and it fit right over these words that didn't, you know, got cut off, so it didn't really go. So I put that there. This is from the cover right here. Okay, so I love this paper. So put that there. I've got a green strip in the middle. You know how you have your 1 inch space there. This is was a leftover piece, and it kind of goes with this over here. I think this came from the one with the bird that was on it. This is from the Craft Consortium. I put that here and here and over here. So there's, I think there's 3 pages of each of these. So I covered here, here it all goes. This is a strip from this red flower paper. There's a little strip there. And these were left over. So I have the green that goes. This was left over. I put a little booklet in here that I made. Okay, so that goes there. Actually, this goes there, that goes there, that goes there. So it alternates. And the pullout is this paper. Oops, I'm not in frame. Here we go. Okay. The inside cover, we just put in our deep pocket, so I put that with the same green, so it kind of goes over here. This was the second sheet. You'll have 2 of each. So I made a nice booklet that goes. This is from the second pack, the circle. Yellow kind of goes, there's some yellow in here. And this is from this paper also. And then these were leftover papers. So that goes there. There'll be lots of places now to put your pictures. I wouldn't cover that up, it's so pretty, but there's plenty of space all over to put pictures. So you don't have to cover the pretty parts if you don't want to, because there's tons of space. So I hope you liked that. Here's the back. It says Just Love, got the hearts on it, the spine, and the front. This is from one of the cutouts. Let me look where I got that from. It's right here, Everything Grows Better with Love. So you could choose that. You could do Hello Spring or Beautiful. I just put something right there. And this paper, I didn't want to cover it too much because this is the prettiest paper. And there it is. I hope you enjoyed it. And subscribe to me, and I'll come out with different themes. And you never know what's going to hit you. And, you know, if you have friends who are interested, that'd be great. And more that jump on our fun train here, the better it'll be and the more videos I can post. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.